Greetings, everyone, and happy Integrity Toys Convention Week. This is Barbara. This is Fashion Royalty. It's a limited edition collectible doll. Who could it be? Well, before I tell you who it is for sure, I just want to quickly point out an interesting detail about this box. If you notice, it opens as an envelope. There is no string, so it opens straight up as if you were opening an envelope. A reward, if you will. And certainly, this would be an award-winning doll. It is by far iconic and very female. I give you female icon, Dasha D'Amboise. Dasha is by far the loveliest she has ever been. And let me move this just to prove to you how lovely she is. Let me move her in a little bit. She is a blue-eyed, red hair with a matte mauve coral lip with a little bit, as I will show you to bring the camera in a touch closer, with a little bit of brownish pink in the lid. The lid is lined in black and her eyelashes are real. They are applied and they are very, very long. She has a bit, by the way, since we're here, I will show you, she has a bit of emerald and diamondette jewelry for the earring. And she has a lovely bun in the back. Let me turn her back to the front to the back, if you will. This is the loveliest Dasha I have seen in a long time. In fact, I think this is the loveliest Dasha they've ever made in terms of her face and her sculpt. She tends to have an unfortunately very harsh face. But in this case, they did a very good job of not making it so harsh. She looks quite lovely. And I am very pleased with her and her face sculpt. Now, I am pleased with her in her entirety. The issue, however, for me is this. This is a very interesting ensemble with a lot of pieces that in and of themselves are gorgeous and beautiful and are very necessary to a fashion royalty collection, because you can take these pieces and put them together in many different ways. The problem is when you put them all together, it doesn't quite work. For example, let's go back to the earrings. The earrings are gorgeous and absolutely appropriate to some of the gowns we've seen in the past. I'm thinking of Vitoise's gown from last year's Fashion Royalty Convention. And those earrings would have gone perfectly with her gown. But there's no other green in this ensemble. It's not in the jacket, it's not in the dress, though green does go with this beige. This is not the kind of dress that you would wear that kind of earring with. The jacket is gorgeous. It is black and white, boucle, very Chanel, bolero cut, as you can see because it goes right above her waist, so it's bolero cut, lined in the same color as her dress. Very nice. But again, you wouldn't put a Chanel jacket with a free-flowing dress like this. Though you would, and very appropriately would, use these kinds of brooches. There is a third one, which I will show you in a little bit, but these two are flowered in gold, white, and pearl. So they all come together beautifully. And again, I can think of a dozen pieces that would go beautifully with this. including this jacket. But to throw it in here with everything else on the jacket, it's almost like, what can I throw in here and get away with? And this you cannot get away with, I'm going to say. Let's pull the jacket off, and because it is a bolero, I don't think I'm going to have too much trouble just slipping it off, and I'm right. The jacket, as you can, I'm sorry, not the jacket, but the dress, as you can see, has a very deep back. She's not wearing a bra. It is going to close with the Integrity hook and eye. And it does come with a very nice pair of panties, which I will show you in a few minutes. But the material is ethereally, I'm inventing a word, ethereally light. It's pleated with some gathering at the waist, but it is very, very light, and it's very, very soft. So if this had been part of a resort line or a beachwear, this would have been perfect. And it would have been nice. And you could have maybe even put like a very delicate necklace to go all the way down the deep V cut in the front as well. But this is not something that you would put a heavy jacket like that with. You also, by the way, you would use an espadrille with this, or a sandal, perhaps in gold. Not silver, gold or beige or bronze even. But you certainly wouldn't do, as you do here, thigh-high boots with a traditional boot heel, not stiletto, just a regular boot heel. So the boots, if you paired the boots with a long skirt and the jacket, the boots and the jacket go beautifully together. But the boots and the dress, not so much. And I'm sorry to say that, because it's an interesting, again, we're looking at very beautiful pieces here, and they're just kind of not coming together the way that they should. You also have, again, speaking of pieces that don't come together, this, under any other circumstances, would be a whole lot of fun. And especially with the leopard print. The leopard print does work with the dress. But the fuzzy blue, it's fun, it's cute. But not with this look. And not with the leopard print. It's like Sesame Street threw up. The one good thing though is the purse does open very easily and very nicely, and you can put something in there. I don't know, maybe your tickets to Avenue Q, where Cookie Monster meets whatever character is the leopard. I haven't watched Sesame Street in a while. Now, you also have another very interesting piece, which again, there are lots of great and interesting pieces here, but again, it's an issue of how do these come together? This is the hat. The hat is itself a very flat piece, and ultimately it's supposed to be like an avant-garde beret. But her face and her hair is so lovely, I simply don't have the heart to put this on. Especially since part of the hat ensemble is also this, which looks like the rain hat my grandmother would wear. So it's again, nice look, especially if you had East 59th Street. Definitely, by the way, get this, and I know you're all gonna laugh at me, but you know, that's the kind of thing East 59th Street you could see Evelyn or Constance having tucked away in a purse somewhere when they get caught outside in the rain. Perfectly acceptable, perfectly wonderful, but again, I kind of get what they want to do with the hat and the scarf, but again, this is not a dress that supports it. And if this is the base, what are you building this look around? And this kind of hat would work. This kind of hat would work with the dress, But, I mean, this kind of hat would work with the jacket, excuse me. But again, the jacket is not paired up correctly with the dress, so then it throws the hat off too. There is one, now I said there was another quite lovely charm. Very delicate. You could this is, all three of the brooches are almost bridal-like. So you could put them together by, not that IT really makes bridal dresses. But if you go to one of our other gifted and talented doll couturiers and they make a bridal gown or a ball gown, all three of these brooches would work beautifully. And a lot of the couturiers, they make these gorgeous gowns, but they don't have access to the jewelry, so this is where IT comes in. They give you the jewelry. And yes, you also have some very delicate black lace gloves. Again, wonderful with the jacket, wonderful with the hat. Say almost identical kind of netting with the scarf. Not with the dress. It's almost as if the person who created this had several thoughts in mind and just could not put all the thoughts together. And that's a shame, because this is really a very talented piece, and I've made this mistake before. The doll was designed by Jessie Alea. And I thought this was one of the prize winners. It's not. The doll was designed by Jessie Alea. Jessie will make pieces, and the pieces on their own are great, but when you put them together, no. So the pieces alone are great, but the whole package, not so much. So what am I saying to you? If you like Dasha, and especially if you didn't like Dasha before, this is a Dasha you might want to invest in, because she has again, and the last convention I was at was when Dasha was introduced. This is an incredible sculpt of Dasha. So if you just want, and she's a redhead, so if you like the redheads and you like Dasha, this is the one to get. And of course she does, by the way, come with an extra set of dialing hands. So you get the complete doll with the change out hands. So if you want Dasha, you get this doll. And then, you know what? You can keep this, but you're not going to keep her dressed like this. You can keep her in the dress. And God knows we have enough sandals or gold heels or whatever, or you can even, this is almost one of those, I mean, the material is so light and ethereal, you could almost get away with having her barefoot, and it would be a very elegant and dramatic look. But that's the kind of look this is. Save the thigh-high boots for another look. Save it for New Face. Save it for the industry. Not this Dasha, not this dress. Keep the brooches. They're gorgeous. There are a cajillion ensembles Integrity has made. So what I'm trying to say is you can get the whole doll and you will get tons of playability out of this doll, but you're not going to get the playability of keeping the ensemble together. The ensemble is just not an ensemble. It's, I got dressed in the dark and this is what happened. So just to be abundantly clear, I am saying get the doll, and then I am saying redress her and put the pieces on other dolls and other looks where all the accessories can be put together to their best effect. So for me and Dasha, I'm Barbara, and I'm going to see you in my next review. Speaking of the industry and high heel boots, I will see you in my next review of Tallulah Belle. See you then, guys. Bye bye and take care.